I'm Warren.
And I'm Tim.
And in this video, we're going to talk about how a hotspot or home internet from cellular providers compares to fixed wireless. So Tim, we've really seen a trend of these cellular providers now offering home internet or hotspots. How do those hotspots compare to fixed wireless?
There's several key differences. One is if you're getting internet from a cellular provider, often it's kind of like it comes in a box.
Okay.
Internet in a box, so to speak. So it comes in the box, you're responsible to plug it in your wall and configure it. Now, if it all works and everything's fine, that's great. If it's not, that might be a bit challenging. With fixed wireless from a company like Broadband, you get a professional installation. So you're going to have a technician that comes out to your house, ensures a proper connection, sets up your router if we're providing it. So it's kind of a completely different experience in terms of the support you get from the company that's providing the service.
You know, Tim, with my phone, sometimes I notice that the speeds are great, and then sometimes I struggle, I get really slow speeds. How does that impact either these hotspots, and how does that differ from fixed wireless?
That's a really important point, because one of the things, if you look at the fine print for these cellular providers that are offering home internet, is they actually want to deprioritize your home internet service so they can prioritize the phone experience. So that's one of the things to be aware of. And what we see, there's some really good marketing out there.
Yeah.
But what you see if you look at the fine print is that it's kind of the consistent things we've seen from a long time ago. There's either limits on your data usage, or they say once you get to a certain point they can throttle your data, or they're looking for overage charges. After you use this amount of data, you got to pay extra. So those are some of the things we see, where with fixed wireless, you get the speed you're being offered, and there's no caps, there's no throttling or anything like that.
So Tim, how do the plans compare between fixed wireless and a hotspot?
Typically, a cellular home internet or hotspot is going to be a best effort service. So whatever speed you can get through the connection at that location, you get, which of course may vary throughout the day and with congestion. Whereas with fixed wireless, like a product from Broadband, you're able to choose the plan that you need. So if you don't need the higher speeds, you can get a lower speed, which is going to save you money. If you get the higher speeds, you can, pay a little more and have those faster speeds, which should be pretty consistent and reliable.
So in summary, when it comes to fixed wireless, you get a professional installation and you get support, whereas with a hotspot, they just ship it to you and you're responsible for the setup and the configuration. Also, in terms of data streaming and prioritization on the network, these cellular companies will typically throttle your speeds or lower your speeds when they need to, when there's congestion on the network, which isn't necessarily the case with a fixed wireless.
Right.
And when it comes to picking your plans and your pricing and your speed, with fixed wireless, you get what you pay for. There's nobody in the back end throttling it down. You pick your plan and that's what you get. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this informative.